Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I will be covering the topic naming aromatic alkoxy derivatives. In the previous lecture, I have discussed naming aromatic acid derivatives and I have given some work to write down on your own. I hope you have written the answers correctly. So quickly, I'm going to write down the answer. You can check whether you have written it correctly. Now coming to the fourth question is methyl. And as I said, you're going to use the suffix OATE. So it becomes benz and then remove ENE, replace it with OATE. So it becomes a methyl benzoate. Okay. The fifth question. The fifth question is the amide group. And on the amide group, I have a CH3 group. That is one substituent is present over here. So the naming becomes N because on the nitrogen, the CH3 is present. So the naming is N-methyl. Okay. And then we are going to replace ENE of benzene with amide. So it becomes benzamide. Clear? I hope you have written the answers correctly. Those who have written it correctly, very good. You are on the right track. And those who have not written it correctly, no problem. No need to worry. You can keep watching all the previous lectures for all the basic tricks and concept. And in the next lecture also, I will be sharing all the concepts in a very simpler way. So keep practicing. Still, if you have any doubt, any difficulty, do not hesitate to DM me. You can write down in the comment box or you can simply message me. I'll definitely help you out with more and more simpler examples as well as the concept. Okay. Now we are going to proceed with the next topic, naming aromatic alkoxy derivative. Now, what is basically alkoxy group? Yes, students, it is OR. So basically, when this OR is attached to benzene, it becomes a alkoxy derivative, which is nothing but ether, right? It is nothing but ether only. Ether is what? ROR, and instead of R, there is AR. AR is nothing but the aryl group, and aryl group is nothing but the benzene group, right? So basically, we are talking about aromatic ethers, right? Now, the first question is, while writing the ether, again, please go through the previous lecture. I have explained the topic on the functional group ether in detail. So first go through the previous lecture and then only you can understand the concept, what I am explaining in this lecture. Okay. Now, for ethers, always remember the naming will be alkoxy, one R, one alkyl group. You are going to take it with oxygen, alkoxy, and then the other R will be the alkane. Okay, this we have already studied. But now over here, instead of R, there is a benzene ring, that is aryl group. So the R group, the alkyl group, will be named as alkoxy, and then this aryl group will become benzene. Okay, I mean to say, what we are going to do is, out of these two, on the oxygen, we have a benzene as well as CH3 group. So this CH3 and O will be written as prefix. Okay, so when it is written as a prefix, I'm going to call it as a methoxy. And this phenyl group, when it is written as a suffix, it becomes benzene. So the naming is methoxybenzene. Coming to this group, now in the second question, on both the sides we have a phenyl group. So what I can do is, one of the phenyl, I'm going to take it with oxygen. So this will become phenoxy, isn't it? It is phenoxy. And the other phenyl group, when it is written as a suffix, it becomes benzene. So the naming is phenoxybenzene. Okay. The third question, in the third question, I can see there is again CH3O and phenyl group. Along with this, I also have NO2 group, right? So now, how to name it and how to write down. Now in this case, this is the first one, this is second. So I'm going to write down 2. Okay, 2. We have methoxy and nitro. But out of these two, which one will be written first? Of course, it will be methyl alphabetically. So it becomes a 2-methoxy, then nitro, and finally it is benzene. Clear? Coming to the common name. Now the above two common names we cannot write down. Okay. Now the third one, the common name will be methyl, then 2-nitro, then comes the phenyl group, and then ether. Okay, and then ether. Okay, so sorry, your common name, this we can write down here. In this case, it will be diphenyl ether. And then coming to this one, I can write down methyl and phenyl is there. So methyl, then phenyl ether. Okay. Clear? So in this case, we can write down common name. But as I said, there are many compounds for which we cannot write down the common name. Okay, so it is not compulsory or necessary that all the compounds will have its common name. Of course, wherever there is possibility that we can write down common name, everything I have shared the tricks. Okay, in this case, we can write down the common name. Okay, so I have written it. Kindly check. Okay. Coming to now the next topic, that is aromatic nitriles and carbyl amines. Now this I will be explaining in the next lecture, and in this lecture we have covered everything about alkoxy derivatives. So I'll see you in the next lecture with more and more interesting topic on the aromatic compounds. Okay, till then, bye bye.